Good evening. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside my broadcast partner, Teddy Atlas, coming to you from the Thomas and Mack Center, where tonight, Cooper catches Bishop clean. And oh no, there's blood over the right eye. Andre Bishop is now in a tough spot.
Well, his cornerman's going to have to take care of it. The cutman's going to have to stop that bleeding. But that has to serve as a warning of things to come. Be aware now. Be better.
Bishop able to land solidly against Cooper. And now you can see him zoning in on that cut. Is it just human nature when you've done that to somebody to want to go back to it more and more?
Yeah, it's kind of like the bull seeing that red cape. You know, his eyes open, he snorts a little bit more. He's coming for that.
There's Cooper putting out that jab. You can see the trouble that Bishop has had with it. Cooper's doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. Halfway through this round here. Effective work with that flush overhand right. Bishop's cut is not looking good at all. I'm getting the sense that this fight could be stopped at any moment.
So the key is where the cut is. When the referee brings the doctor up to look at it, he's going to look at whether or not getting worse will imperil his health down the road.
Great combination from Bishop. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. So, Teddy, here we have a power puncher against a fast and speedy fighter. What are some of the first things you look for in a matchup like this?
Well, I'm looking for the fast guy to stay on the outside. When there's distance, you can use that speed. You don't want to be cramped where the other fighter can use his power.
The trainer of Andre Bishop was talking about the fact that, hey, this is a different beast fighting in the heavyweight division. He wants him to block some of these big blows. A lot of blood now coming from above that right eye of Andre Bishop. That cut that Cooper opened up is significant.
You know, some fighters handle punches all right. They get tested, you know, they get dropped, they get up, but they get cut. They don't handle that, they panic. We're going to find out now his mental state, how strong he is in that area. Does he handle this the way he needs to?
Now that looks like a middleweight fighting a heavyweight there. Look at the hand speed from Bishop.
And that's exactly the advantage he was going to need coming into this fight to beat the bigger man.
I think Bishop scored really well there. He just damaged his opponent with that power shot upstairs. A headshot blocked.
Get out of the way from those punches, man. Move your head.
Bishop's got a real problem on his hands now, Teddy. I think the cut is actually worsening around his eye. He has to do a better job of watching out for that. He has to protect that eye.
Yeah, what he has to do now is give his corner man, his cut man, a chance for his work to be accomplished. In other words, there's been coagulants, chemicals put into that eye. Now the fighter has to move a little bit, be elusive, and allow those chemicals, those medicines to work.
Good jab by Cooper. Cooper's feeling the effects now of that hook. Flush right hand to the head.
Keep moving.
Final 10 seconds of round number 2. You can see Andre Bishop now is employing a lot of defense. He has those hands up high, trying to protect that cut eye. Andre Bishop showing his superiority in that last round. That was an easy 3 minutes for him, and he's got momentum.
Yeah, what I like about him is we know that he has good ability, speed, power, but he also has the technique. That is the car that's going to drive the ability to where he wants to go.
Bishop snapping that jab. A clean, big hook to the head by Cooper. And now he brings the left hand upstairs.
Use your feet.
Cooper's jab lands well. This is a real concern now for Andre Bishop as Dwight Cooper is landing punch after punch against that cut eye. He could get a TKO victory here if that continues.
Doing great.
That's a fierce left hand that landed by Andre Bishop. Good work toe-to-toe there. Both fighters got in on him. Cooper's the victim of a powerful hook. Scores big with the hook to the head. A well-placed, gutsy uppercut after being tagged. 10 seconds to go in this third round. The other day when we were talking to Andre Bishop, he said to have success in this fight, I have to land combinations. He landed a good one there. Very good, productive round from Andre Bishop. He can build off of that.
Yes, he can, and he will build off of it because you could see his confidence is mounting round by round.
Work the body, kid. Body shot.
Greg, let's move!
It's one thing for the corner of Andre Bishop to tend to that cut between rounds, but Bishop himself has to protect it, and he's doing a good job of blocking punches that are targeting it from Cooper. Andre Bishop's head movement is really a factor in this fight. I mean, who would have thought it? Just one of the aspects of defense could be such a big key to this fight right now.
Yeah, it is, and his opponent right now is not making adjustments. Matter of fact, he's starting to drown himself because he's going more and more head hunting, and the more he does it, the more he misses, the more frustrated he gets, the more tired he gets. He needs to make a change downstairs to the place that's not moving, down to the body.
How about that hook by Andre Bishop? Give credit to Dwight Cooper. He has gone on the attack against that cut over the eye of Andre Bishop. He's trying to earn himself a TKO victory here. Bishop's able to land a nice, clean left hand. Good step back counterpunch there. Good flush shot upstairs. Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Round number 5 has arrived. So early on here, you can already see that Andre Bishop looks like a much fresher fighter after taking a break after that last round. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Comes across with a hook up top. Cooper's not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Nice work!
Carisi's known for really pushing Andre Bishop very hard during training camp. But right now, we're not seeing the results. He seems to be fading a bit.
Yeah, you start to wonder whether or not Andre Bishop has gotten a little full of himself, you know, breaking the rules a little bit, maybe getting a little cocky. And maybe, you know, Gus sees him in the gym, but he doesn't see him 24/7. Maybe Andre not living the right way.
Andre Bishop needs to be so careful right now that the ref doesn't stop that fight, because Cooper is landing punch after punch against that cut eye. How about that left hand? Teddy, I'll tell you what I like out of that round from Andre Bishop. It's a building block. He has a lot to look forward to the rest of this fight now.
Yeah, it's confidence, gives him a little momentum, and it also shows you his amateur background. I mean, he showed you that he can do things inside and outside. Hundreds of amateur fights will teach you that.
Cooper's got to be feeling the sting of that big, powerful hook. That is my favorite punch there is. A forceful uppercut by Cooper. There's another left hand from him. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Andre Bishop. Parries that punch intended for the head. Showing you some defense there with the block. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Cooper's tagged by a hook. Nice work doubling up that jab.
Double up when you punch.
You see him holding on. More and more punishment is being doled out. Bishop's face is absorbing, and it's not holding up well.
It looks like it's sunset right here on his evening.
Move your head.
Cooper's able to come into this round knowing that he's got a chance to end it right here. You saw what happened in the last round. He inflicted some serious damage to his opponent.
Yeah, but you know what? He's never really been a real finisher. That's the thing about it. You know, he gets guys to the brink, but he doesn't really push them over the cliff. We're going to see whether or not he gives a little push now.
Bishop's making this like artwork here. I mean, his defense is just a masterpiece.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to be, actually. You know, the sweet science. It's not supposed to be about going in there and eating punches. It's supposed to be about going in there avoiding punches. You know, finding a way to hit your opponent without him hitting you. He understands that.
At the halfway point of round 7, Cooper's able to land a good, solid left hand.
Jump on.
Good flush shot by Andre Bishop. That cut has opened up now over the eye of Andre Bishop. It does not look good. If Dwight Cooper can land another punch or two, he may get a stoppage victory. Coming towards the end of the 7th round, 10 seconds to go.
Hey,
Now he's
let's
putting
go.
his punches together, the combination upstairs.
3.
Back to action here at the start of this round, which is just part of what has been a very evenly fought fight. One of those fights that's good. Very hard to score.
Body shot. Hit the body. It's okay. Pay him back.
Cooper's missing punches here. Now, the good news is he's throwing punches, but Teddy needs to be more accurate.
So, can I give you the bad news?
Please.
He's throwing them to the wrong place. He's throwing them upstairs. He should throw them downstairs. This guy's moving his head. You go downstairs, you take away that head movement. Then you find them upstairs.
Beat him to the punch. Keep doing, watch that.
Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go. Good action throughout. We'll see if it keeps up in this round of what has been a very even fight.
Left and right. Left and right.
Bishop's at his best when the combinations are landing. He scored well there with that combo. See, this is exactly what Andre Bishop's corner has been telling him. You got to keep those hands up. You have to protect that cut. He cannot allow Cooper to have a target to go after. Cooper's combination punching is working well here.
Keep that head moving.
Halfway through the 9th round. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Really frustrating his opponent now. Bishop's so defensively sound, it doesn't make for an easy target.
No, it doesn't, and it makes for a very frustrating night for his opponent. I see his opponent now, if you notice, he's getting a little tentative. He's afraid to let the punches go because when he misses, he's worried he's going to leave an opening.
Come on, kid. Focus. All right, let's do it.
Keep your head moving.
Last 10 seconds of the 9th round. Bishop is stunned. He just took a huge punch.
And now he has to grab. He has to get in close and make sure that he kills some time.
And that's the end of round 9.
You're okay. You know, keep your hands up. Keep them up.
The fans love it. They are eating it up. This fight could go either way. Andre Bishop, he's put forth such a tremendous effort tonight, but now 3 more minutes to get it done.
Now this is where he's thinking, before he goes out there, he's thinking, this is why I got up earlier than the other guy. This is why I ran longer than the other guy. This is why I did those extra rounds of sparring. This is why I gave up all the things I gave up. I must go out there and I must grab the moment.
Hey, keep your feet moving.
Cooper's doing well here with that 2-punch combination. Halfway through this 10th and final round. Final minute of the final round. Now hugging on the inside.
Move your head. Good job.
So there's the final bell in a fight nobody thought they'd hear the final bell in.
No, it looked like Rock'em Sock'em Robots early on, but then all of a sudden, guess what?
Good evening.
Remember what we talked about.
10 rounds slated in the book. Dwight Cooper landed flush, and trouble for Andre Bishop, as you can see the start of a cut over that right eye.
It's in a bad spot too, right in the corner where it could run right into the eye and impair his vision.
Now Bishop looking to counter Cooper, gets that right hand over Cooper's jab. And now we see that cut, and that's become a very inviting target.
He has to make sure that he doesn't only see that cut though, because he might get a little over anxious, get a little heavy only on that side.
Good jab by Cooper.
1-2, 1-2.
Move!
Teddy, what are some of the things you look for early on when you get a big puncher against a guy that really likes to take the fight to the inside?
I think the big puncher, he's going to start drooling. His eyes are going to light up like he's seen a big juicy steak. Catch the guy as he's coming to you. Don't wait till he gets inside. You know he's coming in? Tee off on him.
Bishop able to land solidly against Cooper, keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Andre Bishop has always been known as a fast fighter. He's had that hand speed as a middleweight, and now it's transferred into his heavyweight days as he lands the hook there. Last 10 seconds. Andre Bishop moving now well against Cooper. A lot of blood now coming from above that right eye of Andre Bishop. That cut that Cooper opened up is significant.
You know, some fighters handle punches all right.
Shake
They
it
get
off.
tested, you know, they get dropped, they get up, but they get cut. They don't handle that. They panic. We're going to find out now his mental state, how strong he is in that area. Does he handle this the way he needs to?
Oh, good exchange there.
Side to
It's
side.
one thing for the corner of Andre Bishop to tend to that cut between rounds, but Bishop himself has to protect it, and he's doing a good job of blocking punches that are targeting it from Cooper.
Move your head.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Up top with the right hand. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Here's a moment here as you see the step back counter punch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces him into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
Come on.
And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there. Cooper's on the bad end of a flush, solid hook. Scored well up top. Cooper's right in the way of that hook to the head. Oh, that had to hurt. There's Cooper putting out that jab. You can see the trouble that Bishop has had with it. And round number 3 is underway. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Cooper's cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. Great combination from Bishop. Good defensive skill with the block by Andre Bishop. This is becoming like a crime scene here. Cooper's DNA is splattered throughout that ring.
And you know it's going to influence the fight, not only where maybe he gets a little discouraged, he gets a little down, but maybe his opponent, there's a big maybe he gets a little careless now going in there for the kill. And maybe that could be an opportunity for him.
Let's go.
Looks to the head. Coming to the halfway point of this 3rd round. Cooper's rocked by a huge hook to the head. Oh! He just fought the other guy's fight, and now it's not his fight at all. He is down.
No, he should have been on the inside. He pulled out into a world of trouble, a world of punches.
Cooper's rising back up. That takes some guts.
Side to side.
You can see Andre Bishop now is employing a lot of defense. He has those hands up high, trying to protect that cut eye. Now that looks like a middleweight fighting a heavyweight there. Look at the hand speed from Bishop.
And that's exactly the advantage he was going to need coming into this fight to beat the bigger man.
Bounces back in his step. The start of a new round, coming off a round in which he really took some punishment.
Well, that's what being in great shape will do for you. Also, great experience where he's been through these things before and he's not panicking.
Teddy, is this becoming a mental thing with him? I mean, he's not firing off the big power punches. I got to wonder why.
You know, that's a good question. Sometimes a guy is making a solid agreement in his mind that maybe if I don't hit him hard, he won't hit me hard back. he's not confident enough now to throw the punches without worrying about what to come back at him.
See, this is exactly what Andre Bishop's corner has been telling him. You got to keep those hands up. You have to protect that cut. He cannot allow Cooper to have a target to go after. Headshot lands, was a hook. A well-placed left hand up top. Halfway through round number 4.
Let's see some more head move.
That's a good job by Bishop offensively. Landing his combinations is a key to victory tonight. Scores well to the head with the right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left.
Head move. Head movement.
Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Good job protecting himself. Cooper's left working well that time. We count down the final moments of this round. Little head hunting with the left. They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. Nice block by Andre Bishop. Bishop's keeping his guard up very, very well. Teddy, does it help to have the speed that he has?
Sure. Anytime you have speed and you can put it into the equation where whatever you're doing, it has to be technically right, but now you put speed, you're doing it even better. You're doing it at a higher level.
You can actually see how heavy Bishop is breathing right now. He's desperate to get some air into those lungs.
He better close that mouth before he's desperate to get his jaw wired.
Takes a step back, then the counterpunch by Andre Bishop.
Very similar to what you see Floyd Mayweather do. You know, make him miss, pull that shoulder back, and then come right back with the counter.
Hey, you gotta see that coming. Let's go.
Scores up top with a left. Bishop's got something to think about now. He just threw a punch and had one coming right back at him. His opponent scored well with the counter. Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. The start of the 6th round. Bishop's back to business right now. The entire first half of this fight completely went his way. Good block by Andre Bishop that time. He'd like to see more of that.
You know, many times we talk about the fact that, hey, at least he's throwing punches, but that's all you can say in this case because he's not landing many of these.
No, they're being blocked or they're missing. They're definitely not landing clean, and you have to give credit to the other fighter being that good defensively.
What a forceful hook by Dwight Cooper.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
I like the way he went up top that time with the hook. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Able to land the hook to the head. Halfway through round 6. Not much action as he just ties up.
Work the body, kid. Body shot.
You're doing great.
A well-targeted hook landed by Andre Bishop. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand.
Stay away
Head
from
hunting
those.
never
Come
hurt.
on.
Does it with the hook.
Double up your punches.
And makes that nice right angle on that hook upstairs. And now he's targeting upstairs. Bishop showing us a great display of one of the best elements of defense, Teddy, and that is your ability to make your man miss by moving your head.
And now what his opponent has to do is he has to understand, hopefully he's been taught this, that yeah, the head moves, but the body doesn't. The body is stationary right in front of you. Right now his opponent should not be going to that head. He should be going downstairs.
Wow, what a turnaround. You never know what's going to happen in this game.
You're never supposed to take anything for granted, never assume anything. They tell you that in life. In the ring, you get taught that real fast.
He got caught by a big shot.
Don't stay in one spot.
Oh, and they decide to trade there. A big hook to the head by Andre Bishop.
You got this one.
Halfway through the 7th round.
Pace yourself.
Say, hey, let's go.
He engages in the clinch. Andre Bishop needs to be so careful right now that the ref doesn't stop that fight, because Cooper is landing punch after punch against that cut eye. Cooper's got to find an answer for this because his accuracy has been well off the mark. I like the fact he's willing to throw, but he needs to land more.
Yeah, he needs to calm down and think more.
Keep your hands up.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far.
Unload! Unload! More punches! Punch!
Watch that.
Watch the hook! You're not focused!
Give credit to Dwight Cooper. He has gone on the attack against that cut over the eye of Andre Bishop. He's trying to earn himself a TKO victory here. Good job snapping out that jab.
You know, if you're watching Muhammad Ali, you know you need a jab to move on the outside. But if you're coming forward, you need a jab, and there's proof of it.
Bishop's defense has been just unbelievable tonight. I mean, Teddy, it takes such appreciation seeing a guy putting forth his craft like this.
Yeah, you do, and that's why he's able to have such a long career. That's why he's able to be, you know, so consistently good, because he doesn't take a lot. He doesn't get worn out. He's fresh.
Last 10 seconds of the 8th round. It has been a very consistent night by Andre Bishop. He has built up a lead on the scorecards, and nothing but good praise coming from trainer Gus Carisi.
And he has such a cushion. Don't be shocked. It happens in this business, believe me. If his trainer doesn't tell him, you know what, work with him a little bit. Don't get careless, but work on things. Carry him a little bit. Get some rounds.
They're sending more than one at him now. The combo to the head. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Andre Bishop. This is a real concern now for Andre Bishop as Dwight. Let's see if Bishop can survive this. He just took a big shot. Solid. Remember, it doesn't get better than a good old-fashioned, meaningful heavyweight fight in Vegas. Glad you're with us, Joe Testa. Cooper catches Bishop clean, and oh no, there's blood over the right eye. Andre Bishop is now in a tough spot.
Well, his corner man's going to have to take care of it. The cut man's going to have to stop that bleeding, but that has to serve as a warning of things to come. Be aware now. Be better.
Good jab by Cooper. He gets to him with an uppercut. Oh, man, he's in rough shape after absorbing that blow. Teddy, you see that cut right there? When you're in a spot like that, do you tell your charge, hey, go after it, worsen that cut?
No, actually, I don't, because obviously he did something right to open it up to begin with. Just keep doing those things right, setting it up. If you look for only that, you forget the things that got you there.
What a hook by Andre Bishop. Bishop able to land solidly against Cooper. He's had so much success throughout his career as Andre Bishop, and the right hand's been a big part of it. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Zones in on that overhand right. Oh, that's a good hook to the body. Cooper's cheek is cut, and you can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on. When you've trained in situations like this, a power puncher against a fast fighter, what kind of adaptations does the fast fighter have to consider making throughout the fight?
Well, he has to make sure that he has room in the ring, that he doesn't get trapped into corners. He doesn't get into a phone booth.
Cooper's putting a smile on his corner man's face right there and frustrating his opponent with that jab. A good block. Brings the hook that time. Great combination from Bishop.
You gotta protect yourself.
Blocks away that headshot.
Stay focused on the inside.
Look at that. The hook came home with ease. It's one thing for the corner of Andre Bishop to tend to that cut between rounds, but Bishop himself has to protect it, and he's doing a good job of blocking punches that are targeting it from Cooper. Bishop's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Good way to protect the midsection. Bishop's not putting forth much offense at all. Now listen, I get it. You put forth some offense, you got hurt, you were stunned in this fight, so now you're strictly thinking defense. But at some point, he's got to change.
Yeah, he does. Otherwise, he can't win this fight. And his opponent is just going to keep coming like that ocean, banging into that shore, and it's going to come further up the shoreline. It's not going to go away.
There's Cooper putting out that jab. You can see the trouble that Bishop has had with it. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. And that does it for this round.
Breathe.
A stabbing right hand comes in by Andre Bishop. Now that looks like a middleweight fighting a heavyweight there. Look at the hand speed from Bishop.
And that's exactly the advantage he was going to need coming into this fight to beat the bigger man.
The other day when we were talking to Andre Bishop, he said to have success in this fight, I have to land combinations. He landed a good one there.
Gotta see who's coming.
Bishop's showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. We overheard the corner of Andre Bishop earlier saying to look for the uppercut. That time, he found it, he saw it, he gave it. To the head he goes with a left hand. Cooper's using that jab well very early on here, Teddy. That could be a big benefit to him tonight.
Well, it's supposed to be, Joe. He has a real good wingspan. I mean, he's got those long arms. No better way to put him to use than to use that jab and use that jab at the right distance.
That's an impactful right hand by Andre Bishop. Oh, what a devastating hook by Andre Bishop. Andre Bishop's got to deal with a cut cheek. Turns over that hook and he does damage upstairs. See, this is exactly what Andre Bishop's corner has been. Oh, what a left hand. Andre Bishop needs to be so careful right now that the ref doesn't stop that fight because Cooper is landing punch after punch against that cut eye. Nice work, the left hand to the head. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counterpunching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
You can see Andre Bishop now is employing a lot of defense. He has those hands up high, trying to protect that cut eye. That's a bitter hook by Andre Bishop.
Back to the body.
90 seconds to go in round number 4. That's a big hook by Andre Bishop that time. His opponent felt it. Big shot comes crashing home. He is not meant for life on the outside there, and he just paid the price. He goes down.
Because he didn't make his mind up. If you're not going to work out in front, get to a distance where you're safe. He stood there at a bad distance. No man's land.
Credit to Dwight Cooper. He has gone on the attack against that cut over the eye of Andre Bishop. He's trying to earn himself a TKO victory here. Well, if Bishop can string together a few rounds like that, this is going to be a very easy fight for him.
Well, he looks like a confident fighter. All that amateur background is really showing.
In a strange way, now it could create an offensive opportunity. Cooper's opponent is drawn to that cut he opened up, but it now could force him to be reckless coming in.
You're exactly right, Joe. You know, if you're the one cut, you have a job to do. You have a responsibility. You know, don't let that throw you off. You know, stay to your game plan. But if you cause the cut, you have something that's a responsibility. Don't get over anxious, like you just said. Don't just start going for broke. And that's exactly what he's doing.
What do you look for here out of the referee? What should he be looking for so that he knows, hey, listen, it's time to stop this fight. The cut has gotten so bad.
Well, first of all, he's looking at where the cut, where the blood is flowing from. It's above the eyes, so it's going down. It's impairing the vision. So that's going to get the referee's attention, and he's going to eventually bring the doctor up into the corner.
Keep pushing.
Andre Bishop's really making some boxing purists out there put a smile on their face. Boy, oh boy, that's tough to take. Good, smart, tactical move here, backing up his opponent against the ropes. Big shot. Can he get up from this? He's done it before, but can he get up from a second time down?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Mouth is cut, and you can see it's getting worse as things progress here. That could be a factor later on. I like that step back right there. Just enough to be out of danger, but still close enough to then land the counterpunch.
Well, that's what happens when you have that kind of experience. You're calm enough to know that range. Know where the beginning of the punch and the end of the punch is.
Cover your head, kid.
A shooting right hand by Andre Bishop. Bishop's showing us a real solid skill set here with his head movement. Teddy, how much of that is just natural athletic ability and instincts, and how much of that is being trained well?
Well, most of it's trained well. If I take a guy off the street, Joe, and he hasn't been taught anything, he's going to throw punches. But usually he's not going to have a good defense. That's something that has to be attained. That's something that has to be taught. This guy has been taught good defensive fundamentals.
Great hook to the head that time. Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. A smart and resourceful uppercut by Cooper. Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the sixth. Andre Bishop showing his superiority in that last round. That was an easy 3 minutes for him, and he's got momentum.
Yeah, what I like about him is we know that he has good ability, speed, power, but he also has the technique. That is the car that's going to drive the ability to where he wants to go.
Counters with a crush. Big shot he just scored with. Cooper's got to beat the count, but I don't think he has it in him. Cut over the eye may have been a big wake-up call for Andre Bishop. A knockout victory over Dwight Cooper.
Bishop. DL has agreed to a fight between you and Kobe Nichols. If we beat Nichols, we'll be in the top 10.
What are the conditions?
He says there aren't any.
There's always conditions with DL.
I'm sure we'll find out what they are. But we really need this fight.